What it do? Welcome to round 2 of the 2022 Brent Hambrick Memorial, sponsored by Discraft and presented by Dairy Queen. I'm Raven Klein.
And I'm Holyn Handley. And today we are bringing you the FPO lead card. Take a look at our round 1 leaderboard. Got myself sitting in first place with 2 down. Got Michelle Frazer at 6 over. Oh yeah, there I am.
There you are.
There I am. Giggling at something. Sitting in second place right now, we've got Michelle Frazer sitting at 6 over par. And then we've got her sister, Rebecca Frazer, sitting at 7 over par, currently in third place. It's a whole family affair. And in fourth place, we've got Christine Jennings sitting at 9 over par. Got the local representing Ohio. All right, hole 1. It's a par 3, 344 feet. You want to throw something that's going to get a lot of distance off the tee and then get right really quick. So you'll see some ladies going with a big turnover, the occasional forehand, and then you'll even see some just try to hit that initial low gap and play the hole for 3.
This is one of those starting holes where the par really is fine.
I mean, I'm able to park it, but even I'm happy with just a 3.
Seeing that big forehand here.
Yeah, and I snagged just that last guardian tree, so I'll have to pitch up and take that 3 we were just talking about.
Perfect.
And Michelle going with the turnover line. I'm not really sure where that one ended up. I guess we'll find out. And Rebecca also going with the big turnover.
In theory, I like the turnover if you give it enough height and you choose the correct stability to get that ending fade toward the basket.
Yeah, it's a great line. It's just really hard to get it exactly right. And then Christine going low and wide with the forehand. She's just happy to take a 3 here.
Yeah, setting herself up for the approach shot.
Yeah, it looks like Michelle maybe stalled out early or might have even found that OB. I'm not really sure. This looks like a really good recovery shot. She'll be at about circle's edge down in that rough. And then here's Christine with a nice wide open approach shot.
Giving it a nice push there.
Ooh, little unfortunate with the ground action, but that was a really nicely executed shot. And then Michelle with a circle 2 bid for birdie.
Coming up short.
Yeah, she might have just been laying that one up. It is a little steeper downhill than it looks in coverage. This will be Michelle to save her 3, I believe.
Nice putt.
Very nice. It's a nice confidence builder early on in the round. And so here's Christine with a similar look for her par.
Looks like that one was low and right. You can see Christine trying to tell herself, use her legs a little more next time.
Definitely.
We've all been there.
Definitely have all been there. She'll take a bogey on the first hole. There's Rebecca trotting up there to tap in her par. And you didn't see my shot, but I laid it up. Wasn't interested.
All right, 3 pars and a bogey to start off round 2.
Yeah, not too shabby. And here we've got hole 2, par 4, 489 feet. We've got OB all along the left side. The landing zone is down here. It opens up a little bit more on that left side. Everything to the right of that little drainage ditch is actually a hazard. So you'll take a penalty stroke if you land over there, but you will also play it where it lies. So everyone's looking to get decent distance off the tee, finish mostly straight, and then have a routine pitch up to take your 3.
If you're feeling a little courageous, I think it's kind of a cool shot to go over that hazard a good amount of the way and get your fade back into the fairway.
Yeah, and I'm more worried about the left side OB, but she sits down just fine. And there's Michelle doing what you suggested, trusting it out over that hazard and letting it fade back left. Looks like Rebecca's trying a similar line, but...
A little high, though.
Yeah, I think she found that left side OB. And Christine... A little inside as well, but looks... Yeah, she found that OB as well. And here's Christine trying to get up and down to save her par.
Does a nice job of swinging that one a little bit wider.
Yeah,
She'll be just outside the circle.
Yep, she's on the dance floor. And here we've got Rebecca with a pretty similar look. Looks like she got a little bit extra distance. It is a good bit downhill, so that does make it a little bit easier.
Oh no. So swings it too wide, she will play from that position, but like Holyn said, she'll take an extra stroke for the hazard.
This looks like a great approach from Michelle. Oh yeah, textbook. And I'm just jump putt approaching, not quite enough, close enough to really give that a bid for the 2, but take it.
Upshot there from Rebecca, not really trying to mess with that.
Here's Christine to save her par after going out of bounds. Nice correction after the hole one miss. That was nice. It's always nice to get those long putts in early in the round to really build your confidence going into the rest of the day.
Yeah. It'll be a double bogey for Rebecca, and Michelle will tap in her birdie.
Yeah, Michelle played that hole really well, trusting it out over the hazard, but having something nice and stable.
Yeah, not one you have to get risky with.
No, definitely. All right, hole number 3, another par 3. You want to throw it straight down this hill. Most of the ladies are going to be going with something that's going to flip up late and drift right toward the basket. There is an OB line on the left side, and there is a lot of really thick rough on the right side. Ideally, you would throw a forehand if you have it, but that is a pump.
Well, then pump it.
I'm gonna try. You didn't quite get that one wide enough, but snuck through some trees.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'll take it. You got a putt. Yeah, all right, Michelle's gonna show us that late flip line. Looks like she flipped it over just a little too early, but got a pretty friendly kick.
That can be a tough tree to save your par from if you really get pushed in there.
Yeah, adding that OB line on the left side really makes the shot hard because it's hard to trust your disc out wide enough.
Christine doing something similar and finding herself in the right trees.
Yeah, and Rebecca really didn't give that one any width at all. She'll be pretty deep into the rough. And I think, yep, that's Rebecca. You can see the purple shirt. Oh,
it looks like she tried to progress forward just like through the trees. No.
Yeah, didn't get very much forward progress. Looks like she hit something right in front of her.
There we go. There's a pitch out.
Yeah, sometimes that's really the best move, is to just accept that you're going to lose the stroke.
It can be so hard mentally to fight that battle. You're like, no, but there's a gap. I can get through.
Yeah. Looks like Christine has a gap. She's really good at those patent pending stance shots. And she got out, but looks like she's in the backside rough. And Michelle, pretty fortunate to get kicked back into the fairway, had a pretty routine shot from there. This is Christine to save her par.
Oh, just a little shy online, but it can be really hard to pump those uphill putts. Great birdie there from Holyn. Nice job.
Thanks, bro. That one feels like a bonus for sure.
Yeah, there's a couple holes out here where having that power forehand is going to just save you strokes, even if they're not birdies, just in general.
Yeah, honestly, there's about 5 of those holes out here. They're all within like the first 6. And Rebecca tapping in another double bogey.
Great Lakes Disc, located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, is a fully stocked retail disc golf store that fulfills all of your disc golf needs. We carry all of the major manufacturers, accessories, and offer player and event sponsorship, along with tournament payout assistance. To learn more about Great Lakes Disc, visit greatlakesdisc.com.
All right, back with hole 4, another par 3, 347 feet. You basically want to throw the same shot you just threw on the last hole. You want to get something out wide toward the left and moving to the right, and you want it to check up just in front of this wood wall. You got this terrace here, that OB sidewalk just behind, and there is an OB line on the left side of the fairway again as well.
Definitely one of the more tricky greens. If you're trying to pump the distance, because you could skip from one terrace to the next.
Yeah, and I left this way high, but was fortunate enough to only be on the edge of the trees. Looks like Michelle's throwing the same disc she was on the last hole, see if she can make the correction.
That's looking like a great flight. Oh, just a little bit too inside, but another fortunate tree or bush kick, and she's on the edge.
Yeah, she got a lot of distance there, so should be a pretty manageable up and down.
Christine opting for that lower line and executing very well. Probably leaving a little shorter than she would have wanted, but she's in the clear.
Becca also taking that same lower line. Needs us to flatten out. Oh, that was beautiful.
A great shot.
Yeah,
good recovery from the last hole, too.
Definitely. She's far enough up there that she's got a death putt if she wants it.
Not sure she was running it, but it
sure
was a
looked,
good bit.
It sure looked like it. Christine going back to this patent pending shot that she's so good at. Giving it a little bid.
Oh, I love that.
That was great.
I like the patent pending versus certain forehands because you get like that floatier finish where the disc just lands flat.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that sharp angle and the roll-away potential. I've got a little window here.
Ah!
Oh.
Nice line, though.
I love that she went for it.
I do too. I liked that she gave it the height but kept the nose down so that it wouldn't sail past the basket.
Something not everyone knows how to do.
And Michelle just a little bit low and right side.
Line up your par putt.
Yeah, a little bit of a comebacker.
No biggie.
But we're in. No harm done.
Careful, it's very slippery.
Yeah, part of playing in the morning. Wet grass.
One of our favorites.
One of our favorites. Alright, the card got through pretty clean, all pars. Oh, I lied. There was a bogey.
So far, there had been all bunkers.
Alright, hole 5, par 3, 321 feet. This one, after all of the long right finishing holes we've had, really feels like a must get. It's the first left finishing hole that we've had so far. We've got OB on all sides of the basket, but again, pretty manageable hyzer shot. I'm opting for the high, wide hyzer, just trying to spike it into the green.
And it looks wonderful. definitely the type of basket where you always want to get as close as possible, but that elevated makes it a little more nerve-wracking to run putts that are on the edge of the circle.
Definitely, and Christine will have a choice to make there if she's feeling spicy, wants to go for it, or just lay it up. Rebecca, I really like the width she gives it here. She needs just a little bit of a skip. Perfect.
Great shot. Michelle definitely going a little more straight at the pin, so she'll be left slightly, or just a little short.
A little short. It's a tester putt, but should be manageable. And so here's Christine for her birdie.
Oh man, leaving her putts just a little shy today so far. That was a nice high catch in the basket.
Yeah, Michelle going with that high nose down putt, giving it a chance but never missing by too much. Becca maybe a little nervy on that one.
There's that tap in birdie.
We'll take those. And Christine tapping in the par.
Sometimes when the baskets are super tall and you've got some of these like shorter players, I wouldn't say Christine necessarily is, but if you're too close, it's terrifying.
Yeah, definitely. All right, hole 6, par 4. You want to throw something that splits this gap between these two trees and then starts moving right again, because we have an OB sidewalk on the left side, also an OB line on the right side. We're running this fairway parallel to hole 4. And then for your second shot, it goes downhill, and then the fairway actually narrows as we get close to this treacherous green. Lots of rollaway potentials. I'm going back to the forehand, but I leave that so low. But got lucky enough that we didn't flare skip out into the OB. Near perfect line from Rebecca. If she had just missed that tree, I think that would have been a really great position.
Yeah, look really nice out of the hands. Michelle a little higher than that line. Oh, trying to clear that tree.
Yep, squeaks by it. She's in a great spot. Christine going a little lower and a little wider.
Should set up nicely for her second shot.
Yeah, really well done. So Rebecca going for the hyzer. This looks way too wide. And yeah, she finds the OB on the right side. Went OB pretty early, so she won't get to advance very far up the fairway. Christine also trusting it out over this OB. Looks to be safe.
Michelle also trying to push that right side, but kind of gets over on it, and she goes OB about halfway through the flight.
Yeah, I'm a little short of where I want to be, so I'm just trying to throw that nice wide hyzer, keep it in bounds. And so here's where Rebecca will be throwing from. Oh, that one looks a little too overturned as well. She hits the same tree in the OB.
And she will not get to advance that much further. Trying to correct on her error.
Oh my gosh, she hit the tree again. At this point, she's thrown so many discs, she doesn't have her first choice disc for that kind of shot.
Yeah. Michelle kind of cranking on that. Did that fall back in bounds?
It was hard to tell. It's very rare for a disc to hit that tree and fall back in bounds. It has to have a lot of speed on it. All right,
There we go.
Yeah, she left this one inside enough. She's got a death putt, but that'll be a
I think
tricky one
she's
to run.
just glad to move forward.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, she had a great attitude about it as well. It's really easy to get frustrated when that starts happening. And so Christine found that tree on the back right side of the fairway. It'll be likely a tricky putt from there. It's like Michelle did make it back in bounds, and she just lays that one up.
Looks like she was kind of giving it a bit from down there, a little bit high, and I don't see it at the top, so it could have rolled or is just over the crest of the hill. Christine pitching out of the little tree.
This will be my putt for par. I did leave my layup a little short, but we got away with one. Okay, looks like Rebecca stayed pretty close.
Good, so she didn't roll all the way down the hill.
But she'll be taking 6 big on that hole.
I worked the hardest.
Michelle cleaning up a double bogey.
Yeah, this hole not kind to the Frazer sisters today.
And a bogey for Christine.
But I will say they had some of the best attitudes and were really, really fun to play with despite all of the bad breaks.
That's awesome.
On that hole. Hole 7, par 4. Another kind of right finishing shot off the tee. We've got out of bounds drain again on the left side, and we've got rough on the right. You want to just get something that's drifting a little bit right, finishing in the center of the fairway, and then you want to throw ideally a slow disc into this green as you've got OB lining all sides just outside of the circle. So I'll be going back to that same forehand disc that I've thrown, I think 5 other times already.
At least.
Just trusting it nice and wide. That's a pretty ideal spot. Christine going to that turnover play. Looks like she might have got caught up on that right side a little early.
Michelle with the backhand, but she leaves it low.
Yeah, a little low. She would have liked to get more distance, but she's in the fairway, which is priority number 1 on this hole.
Rebecca look great. Oh, that's great.
Whew, sit down. It's always a little nerve-wracking when it starts to cut roll like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christine got caught up early on this right side, but looks like she has pretty decent footing. It does slope pretty steeply off to the right there.
Second chance at that backhand turnover.
Oh, wow, and she got a full flight.
That one was beautiful.
That was a great shot by Christine.
Getting a good flight there from Michelle. She probably still would have wanted a little height, but as you get up the fairway,
yeah, it
that
gets
OB starts to creep in. So
yeah, it gets really narrow. She actually checked up in a really great spot. I'm trying to land this soft. Don't want to get too much ground action.
and it's perfect. Trust.
Trust, baby. We'll take those. Christine going to the forehand so that it fades away from the out of bounds.
That was a nice shot.
And she's parked for her par. We got Mama Frazer on the bag.
Ooh, how do you think they decided who got mom?
Well, Dad was there too.
Oh, okay.
So like I said, it was like a whole family thing. Yeah, see, there's Daddy Frazer.
Oh, that's a great out.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, just throw it in, why don't you?
Yeah, great bounce back after the last hole. Very nice par. And then we've got a couple shorties.
Tapping in a birdie for you.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. Rebecca taking no time. And then Christine.
Cleaning up a par there for Rebecca and for Christine.
Yeah, very nicely played by the whole card there. Alright, hole 8, par 3, 444 feet. This one does play a little downhill, but honestly pretty out of reach for everybody in the field. You are throwing from out of bounds, so everything to the left of that walking path is out of bounds, and then there's another OB line up on the right side beyond the ridge. So everybody's just going to be trying to throw something straight and land it on the island and then pitch up for a 3.
There you go.
I'm just trying to
That's
throw a
looking
little bit
great.
of a flex line. We'll take that.
Yeah, this is a tough par 3. Distance and shape.
Yeah, really, I would like to see them give us a tee pad that's maybe 100 feet shorter so that it actually entices some players to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Christine with a great layup, just making the island. There's Michelle overturning it just a bit.
But fades out.
Yep, she checks up. There is a creek down there. It doesn't play as out of bounds or anything. It's just a really tricky lie. Disc golf and musical, everybody.
There we go. And 4 for 4. That's great.
Yep, and now this should be a pretty routine upshot for all these ladies, but the OB does get tighter the closer you get to the pin.
A classic disc golf move.
Classic. Perfectly executed by Christine. Yeah, Michelle just a little bit closer.
All right, stack them up.
Yeah, and Rebecca actually got far enough off the tee that she's jump putting her approach.
Stays in bounds, pushes hers past the basket. Slight downhill on the comeback.
And then I've also got a little jump putt. Christine, nice left side catch for her par.
Oh, dang. Rebecca leaving her putt just shy, catching the cage, so she'll be tapping in a bogey.
Michelle also getting a par. I'll tap in my par. And Rebecca with the bogey. Alright, we are moving into the wooded portion of the course. This is hole number 9, par 3, 408 feet. Plays very uphill. You need to get a shot that's moving to the left. And honestly, I don't know who in either the men's or the women's field is going to be playing this for a 2, because it really doesn't shape for it. We're trying to throw something on hyzer up the hill, get left, and then pitch up to the right side for this green. Mind you, everything, if you kick right, it slopes downhill, and it's a pretty bad lie.
So besides being under the tree, shot shape looked like exactly what you're going for.
Pretty much. That tree will make it a little tricky, but you would rather be on the left side than the right.
Does the right side slope down?
Yeah, it slopes.
It's like goes down into
it's probably 100 feet down. Yeah, if you
Cliffside.
if you roll all the way. Honestly, I'm surprised they don't put an OB line there just for safety purposes. Rebecca turning this a little too much.
So Michelle, yeah, she's going to be down on that right side.
Yeah, I don't know how far she rolled, but that wasn't looking good. Here's Rebecca going the right side gap of that tree.
Well executed. Oh,
Yeah.
and even skipping past the trees. She should have the probably easiest look.
Yeah, anytime you
her
can make
approach.
anytime you can make the cameraman turn, it's pretty good. So Michelle was maybe a quarter of the way down the hill.
Oh, stop.
Sit down. Oopsie. She's up though. She's back in the fairway. Christine going to that patent pending.
A high shot there, and that's outside the circle, correct? She's still
Yeah,
in those trees.
she'll be deep circle 2, might have some trees in her way, but pretty well executed shot. And yeah, I'll be going to the forehand here. Just trying to jam this up near the circle. I think I went a little deep of it, actually. Rebecca going for the skip shot. Just needs this to sit down, and she has a circle 1 putt.
Nice and easy layup there by Michelle.
Yeah, Christine with the long bid for the par. Although we call a 3 a par, I say this plays like a par 4. 3 definitely feels like birdie.
Definitely. Oh no.
Yeah, a little high, and then you get the roll away.
At least it caught a small little twig there.
Yeah, that was definitely a potential to roll all the way down the cliff, so grateful for that little twig. Not grateful for that cage hit, though.
Well done there by Rebecca getting the par.
Yeah, like I said, that par feels like a birdie. And I'll be taking a double after the 3 putt.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Michelle with a 3 over on that hole. It happens quick.
It does, especially when you get caught up on that right side early.
And the bogey for Christine. So that's going to wrap up our front 9 of the second round. Up until that last hole, I mean, you were playing super clean. So still with that 4 down. Couple difficult holes there for the Frazer sisters. And Christine never taking over a single bogey, which on some of the holes feels pretty good.
Yeah, thank you to our Patreon family for your support, for making this coverage possible, and thank you to Crew 42 for coming out and filming the FPO. We'll catch you guys on the back 9.